Well, hello guys to episode 50. Yes, episode 50 of the VoiceOFpunk. I'm your host, the VoiceOFpunk. Now I just finished watching the May 13th, 2013 edition of Monday Night Raw. And I have to say, I'm a little bit mad at this Raw. Okay, if you guys ever, the few people who even watched my last video, few people who had even watched my videos, but, whatever. I explained that Raw has been being so forgettable and so repetitive that they need to change it up. What happens this week? The same goddamn thing. It is forgettable as hell. I only remember two things. No, I remember three things. Three things from this Raw. And other than that, nothing. I watched this Raw from the very first time it started, from 6:15 to 9:15. I watched it, and I only remember three things. The reason why this makes me so mad is because Raw and wrestling has been a big part of my life. Wrestling has been my childhood. My earliest memory is me watching wrestling, Monday Night Raw, with my dad and my two brothers. I remember. I think year was 1997, I think. Yeah, 1997. I was 2 or 3 years old. I was sitting on my dad's lap. My brother Justin, who was around 5 or 6 years old, was sitting on the floor, and my brother David, who was I can't remember how old he was. I think he was close to 17, and he was sitting right beside my dad, and we were watching Raw. Wrestling has been a big part of my childhood and a big part of my life. It's basically molded me. And just to see the product now, this forgettable piece of shit, a forgettable piece of shit show, it's heartbreaking. It literally is. It is heartbreaking. It just seems like the writers or Vince McMahon don't give a shit. I can't wrap my brain around this. As Vince has gotten so old and so greedy that he just doesn't care about the product. What he's showing us is pure shit. It's pure shit that probably fell out of his own ass. I wouldn't be surprised. I bet you the storylines that the writers have written for the product now came out of Vince McMahon's own personal honey-made toilet. I wouldn't be surprised. I would just say, I can see Vince McMahon with his pants down. He's sitting there, he has the grapefruits out. He's sitting there oh yeah! Fandango! John Cena! Just that, I bet you that's what's happening. I wouldn't be surprised. I know people are saying, well, it's still going on because it's still getting a emotion out. Yeah, it's getting a emotion out of me. It makes me pissed right the fuck off because I just can't wrap my head around this. I can't think a show and a product that I've been watching ever since I was a baby. My dad is a fan. My two brothers are fans. My grandparents are fans. Both of my grandfathers, on my mom's side and on my dad's side, both of them were wrestling fans. wrestling has been in my life. And to see what it is now is so heartbreaking that it's so depressing that I watch a 3-hour Raw, a show I've been watching all my life. All my life. I have never stopped, and most likely I never will stop. But I just watched it, and I only remember 3 things. I should remember everything. I should be like, that was an awesome show. Like, even though like people may think that I would come on this camera and just be like, I hate this show, I hate it. Like, I come in expecting to hate it. No. I come in and I want to like it. I want to like what Vince McMahon is going to give me every Monday. I want to like it. I really do. I want to come on this camera and just say, like, did you see Raw? It was fucking awesome. Like, I really want to do that. You guys have no idea how, like, excited I get for Monday. Because I'm like, okay, I hope something comes. And then, of course, me being a complete, utter fool, I keep on forgetting that Vince McMahon just doesn't care anymore. And I get this forgettable garbage. Just complete trash. And I don't know, like, this is probably going to be the shortest review I ever did. I don't know. But, like, I barely remember anything about this. Okay, well, I got that rant out of the way. Anyway, I got that rant out of the way, so I'm going to talk about the 3 things I remember from this Raw. So one thing I remember was, unfortunately, was the John Cena and Team Hell No against the Shield. Okay, like, besides John Cena, I thought this was going to be a pretty good match. And it was. I know, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. It was a great match. You know, like, Team Hell No is Daniel Bryan and Kane. And then, you know, John Cena is there because he has to be everywhere. And then they're against the Shield. And the Shield is a very good team. And, like, I'm not gonna lie, this was a very good match. Like, even though I just said, like, you know, oh, God, sucks, like that, I will give credit where credit's due. These guys, for the stuff that they give them, like, Daniel Bryan, he made this match. Like, Daniel Bryan, the Shield, like, Dean Ambrose, him and Dean Ambrose, they made this match. And it was a three-way tag elimination match. And already, you know what's going to happen. It's the second you put John Cena in a elimination tag match, you automatically know what's going to happen. His teammates are going to go down, and then John Cena's going to be the only one left, and the odds are going to be stacked against him. But then he eats his spinach. He puts on his Superman suit. He gets power from the sun, and he beats them. Didn't see that coming. And basically that is what happens. But I will give credit where John Cena, I think he wins. I think him and Team Hell No wins. I can't remember. But it pretty much ended in a disqualification. But still, I don't really know who won. But that's what I remember, because I just remember watching this and just, like, wanted to throw up every time John Cena was on screen. I'm not even kidding. Like, I hate this bastard with fiery passion. I think you guys already know that. But, oh, God. Anyway. Second thing I remember is because this really disappointed me, but in a way... Okay, here. Thing that actually disappointed me about the next thing was Dolph Ziggler, the World Heavyweight Champion, at Extreme Rules, which is his Sunday, I think. Yeah. He was going to put his title on the line against Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger in a triple threat title match. That I was excited for. I was like, holy shit, that's gonna be awesome. But unfortunately, injuries do happen, and Dolph Ziggler got a concussion on SmackDown. I thought it was by the shot he actually took with the ladder past week on Raw, because I would not be surprised. But apparently, it was the on SmackDown, which is the show on Friday. On SmackDown, Jack Swagger apparently kicked Dolph Ziggler in the face, and real life gave him a concussion. So the match this Sunday is not going to happen. Sad me, sad. Every single wrestling fan is sad. They're like, oh shit. But then it's going to be replaced with Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger in a I Quit match for the number one contendership. Okay. That sounds good to me, even though, I think it's pretty obvious that Alberto Del Rio is going to win. But, and in my view, I would much rather watch a Jack Swagger versus Dolph Ziggler match. But then, since both of them are heels, both of them are, the bad guys, it's pretty obvious that Alberto is going to win. But, anyway, that was cool, I thought. I was very disappointed I'm not going to see that triple threat title match this Sunday. But with replacement, I'm okay with it, Alberto Del Rio, I do think he's a great wrestler. Well, I won't say great, but I still think he's good. I'm going to say that, he's good. But most of the matches, I haven't really seen a match with him that are like, holy shit, I'm going to remember this and tell my grandkids about this. I think, I'm not really going to say it's his wrestling ability. I think it has to do with, okay, don't get me wrong, Alberto has charisma. He does. But I think it's the limit of his charisma. I'm not saying that he doesn't have some. He does. But I think it's that and his, just the people who he's paired with. I think it's mostly people who he's paired with to have matches with. I think that really brings him down. And when I first heard about, for WrestleMania 29, the Jack Swagger and Alberto Del Rio match, I was excited for it. I was like, girl, like that. But I watched it, it was just okay. It was good, but it was okay. So this match now, the I Quit match, I hope it's going to be better. And even though, I like the replacement, I would much, much rather watch the triple threat title match, but that's just me. And then I had to go back to Raw. Sorry about that. I had to go back to Raw now. So what they do is they take Dolph Ziggler's bodyguard and they have a vote. They have the fans vote. You can vote for either Alberto Del Rio or Jack Swagger to fight Peggy, who is Dolph Ziggler's bodyguard. And I thought for sure Alberto was going to win it. It was just, I was just thinking, I was like, oh, okay. But this part really made me happy. It really did. Despite the Raw sucked, this part really made me happy. it was Jack Swagger was voted to face against Peggy. You know, I thought it was good, and like I thought it was going to be a really good match. Like, well, you know, that's just me being desperate, but I thought with these two people, I thought it would be pretty good, but the match itself was okay at best. You know, I don't know about a lot of people, but I'm not really that too impressed with Peggy like they want me to be. Like, okay, I get it. He has the look, he has the muscles, he's big, he's like, you know, like he kind of looks like a Black Hulk, but he I find it kind of bland. Like, it's kind of the thing where if Bobby Lashley was in his role, I think I would be a lot more impressed because Bobby Lashley was awesome. I really loved that guy. That guy was cool. You know, that guy had, like, I really like that guy. But Big E, he just seems very bland to me, so I don't know. So anyway, that match happened. It was good. Well, you know, it was okay, but anyway. Then the last one was, the last thing that I remember, and it was the last thing on the show, was Brock Lesnar and Triple H have a standoff, a face-off, before their big match, before the steel cage match. Sorry. Excuse me. For their steel cage match at Extreme Rules. This part, despite, like, you know, despite me pretty much hating Raw tonight, and, you know, and you know, I gave, like, a pretty good thing about the Jack Swagger thing. This last part really made me, like, actually made me excited. Like, even though I know that's really going back on show what I said, you know, but just these two people, like Triple H, even though I really kind of roll my eyes that he's the, you know, he doesn't need all this attention, but I would rather watch this than John Cena's, you know, shtick. And this was a really good promo, really good standoff. I think my favorite part was, even though I love Brock Lesnar, I think one of my favorite parts was at the end where Triple H, like, he even admits that Brock Lesnar is, like, one of the greatest wrestlers ever. And then after that, he goes like this. He's like this, now you gotta prove to me, Brock, are you the beast incarnate? Or are you just Brock Paul Heyman's bitch? That was good. I was like, thank you! You know, give me something here, man. So that was a really good promo. And then Brock Lesnar comes, you know, that beats him up. And then Triple H comes and beats him up. And then, you know, sends Brock retreating. It made me excited. And I'm going to tell you the reason why this made me excited. Because it actually felt that this match was important. It actually, like, Triple H and Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, these three made this match coming up really, really important. Like, they turned it up. Even if they went on Raw, they turned it up. And that's what I want to see. Like, I can't wait until, well, no, I don't know. But, these three guys, they really made me excited for the pay-per-view. So, because they turned it up. They upped the ante. They upped their promos. They upped the way they talk. They swear. They curse. You know, they beat at each other. They punch at each other. You can tell, like, you can actually believe that these two guys hate each other. And, like, they were going to go balls out at the pay-per-view. So, that made me excited. So, anyway, despite me liking the Jack Swagger and the Triple H and Brock Lesnar thing, all in all, this Raw, like, despite that, this Raw was forgettable as hell. It was pure garbage, except for the last part. The last part was good, but everything else was just pure garbage. Complete, like, it was basically, to describe this Raw in a nutshell, despite the last part, describe this Raw in a nutshell, is this Raw was Vince McMahon's shit. That he forgot to flush down the toilet and gave it to the writers as a joke. That's my review of Raw. You know, I probably went against a lot of things I said, but, you know, I have a social disorder and I don't say things right. Anyway, that's my review of Raw. There's going to be more videos coming up this week, and there's going to be a Extreme Rules review, so I hope you guys enjoy the videos that are coming up, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Damn, I'm sexy. Bye, guys.